Hello, I am Brian Baum. I'm 21 years old. I went to Elstree Screen Arts Academy and I am a director and content creator.
My name is Ty Alkin. I went to Elstree Screen Arts Academy. I'm a studio technician and videographer.
I'm Zoe, I'm 22 and I went to Elstree Screen Arts Academy and I now work at Lifecast and Lifecast Body Simulation.
My name's Seb, I'm 22. I went to Elstree Screen Arts and I'm a drone pilot. My job role consists of flying drones, working with production teams and smaller freelance individuals, and I basically do everything in the sky.
So at Lifecast I work in special effects and we create bodies, prosthetics, that sort of thing.
I'm in charge of the recordings going on in the studio, the green screen studio. I've got a podcast studio in there and I just have to manage what's going on, manage the bookings and actually execute the content.
After I left Elstree, I went straight into industry. I worked at a production company full-time as a runner for a couple of years. Eventually I worked my way up as a camera operator and now I've left and working for myself freelance.
What do I enjoy about my job? I really enjoy the collaboration side of it. Being able to collaborate with all different kinds of people, all different age ranges, and one thing, people with real range of experience.
I enjoy the creativity that it brings in me because working in a corporate environment is very different to a creative environment like working on films. So I need to really push my ideas and get the rest of the team on board with the new and upcoming visuals and technology.
There's always something really cool and new and interesting. It's just exciting, day to day doing something different. For Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw we had to make stunt bodies for all the car crashes and motorcycle crashes. And it was just quite fun and interesting to do something like that.
What I find challenging is getting people on board with the ideas and the new technology. And obviously they're from a corporate environment, so it's different environments than the film industry.
Spending a lot of time and doing in the office, doing admin and chasing people, getting on the phone and making projects go ahead.
I'm always trying to improve and refine my skills. It's things like hair punching and that. I feel like I'm getting better at that.
I bought a drone for my birthday, which was great fun for getting some really unique shots and sparked a collaboration between my love for technology and filmmaking.
Well, I had help from the school. We just sort of bombarded them with emails. I think I was sending a couple of emails a week for quite a few months, I think, before I eventually got a reply. For GCSEs and A-level, I studied both art, photography and makeup, and all of the skills I learned in those were kind of transferable and applied to what I'm doing now.
Studying lighting was really beneficial because it helped me with my cinematography skills, and obviously lighting plays a huge factor in filmmaking, and media really helped me with the kind of the back end of filmmaking and the more of the planning and preparation of the film production.
For my GCSEs, I studied drama, lighting and media. Then for my ASs, I studied film, graphics and drama again. These have really helped me in my future life now and everything I do day to day, because it's gave me a really good taster of the industry.
I studied film, graphic design and production lighting, and they really gave me a core understanding of how to pull off film. And the key skills that I really needed to be able to confidently approach clients and to get my own work in.
I've known what I wanted to do earlier than the age of 15. Since the age of 12, I knew I wanted to be a film director, and that is and forever will be the passion and the goal.
I started my first little business, which was with hoverboards, selling hoverboards, and that sparked what I think was a passion for just growing a business. So I took my film passion and grew a business around that, and I found passions in different avenues, in virtual reality and in marketing, and I'll continue over the years to grow businesses in those avenues.
I always wanted to be a director, and I'm going to push for that, to be honest. I'm working a lot behind the camera right now, doing camera work and stuff, trying to just get my knowledge up to top level in all the fields of filmmaking, so that way when I do go into directing, I'll have a wider picture of what's going on.
Where do I see myself within 5 years' time? I really like to see myself with a small team behind me. Maybe a handful of really interesting and clever people, passionate about what they do, and to really be able to build something bigger than just myself. Be able to work together and really facilitate some cool projects.
I would love to have a feature film in production, definitely, and definitely in cinemas.
Hopefully in 5 years' time I'd be doing the same thing, working on bigger productions, like doing lots of films and TV programs.
I'd like to see myself growing out my personal brand more and having moved on to some bigger projects like directing some series on Netflix and Amazon Prime.
What I would say to students that want to get into the field is that you really need to drive and push yourself to create. Even when you wake up and you don't want to create, you need to find the will to create and make something, because when you do, that's when really the magic happens, and surround yourself with people that really love the art as much as you do.
I'd say be persistent. It can be a bit disheartening when you don't get the kind of responses that you want from all the various companies you applied for, but just have faith, I guess.
The best advice I'd give to students looking to pursue a similar role to me is making sure before you go into it, you really and genuinely love it with every bone in your body.
So the advice I'd give to new students wanting to move into the freelance world would be 3 things that I didn't know 5 years ago. And that would be understand who your client is and realize the potential that they have. I know when you start out, you get a bit naive and think people are maybe taking advantage of you, but actually the network that they know from 40 years of being in their industry can be really, really beneficial to you. So that moves on to the next point, which is don't burn your bridges. Sometimes projects can get tough. You might not get on with everyone within your team, but don't burn your bridges, because you never know when you'll meet that person again or how beneficial their connection will be. And then the third thing is simply just communication. People want to be heard and people need to hear what you have to say. So communicate clearly, email properly. Don't take 5 days to get back to someone. Get on the phone and just get things sorted nice and clear.